Our quest was a visit to Eilean Donan, one of the most photographed castles in the world. It's been perched on a small island where 3 lochs meet since the 6th century. A good spot for controlling the sea lanes.
During the next 800 years, there were a number of different variations to the castle as it became a quite strategic location in relation to what we call the Lord of the Isles. The people that controlled the islands predominantly through the ages were the Vikings. And there were a great many battles between the Vikings and the Scots.
The sea was the main highway for invaders and for commerce. By the mid-13th century, this was a stronghold of the clan Macrae, who kept a full garrison of men here to defend it from all comers.
It's quite clear that the clans battled for control of this area because it was an important strategic place and a very spiritual place. What you also find is a lot of the land around here was quite fertile and therefore has an attached value to it as well. So there's always been people wanting to be here.
The castle defenders had many ways to repel attackers.
See the piece in the corner, the holes underneath those are things for pouring hot oil and things on offenders' heads, preferably flamed.
Having a strong front gate was critically important.
Castles are just stone blocks and they only have one doorway, one small aperture, but that's the Achilles heel. It's the first thing anyone's going to try and get in, and if it's made of wood, you pile wood up against it, set fire to it, burn your way in, and within a few hours you've probably got access to the castle. To prevent the easy access through the front door, this iron and oak gate would descend. It's wood, but it's mostly cased in pieces of iron, and it's very robust.
In times of strife or in times of trouble, this would be dropped into place and, as you can see for yourself, present quite a formidable barrier to anyone trying to gain entrance into the castle. Security was a primary concern in those times.
The clan chiefs who controlled the castle even had to keep a constant eye on their guests.
There was constant conflict. We Scots used to spend an awful lot of time fighting amongst ourselves if we couldn't find anybody else to fight with. We still do.
Guarding against one's visitors was part of the design.
These are spy holes and listening holes for the protection of the clan chief. If he was entertaining other dignitaries, then this is where his men would sit and hide and listen and observe to make sure that no skullduggery was taking place.
The biggest threat came from outside invaders. The English eventually replaced the Vikings as foes, and boiling oil and arrows couldn't ward off their warships' cannons.
In 1719, 3 English warships attacked the castle, took possession of it, filled it full of gunpowder and blew apart Eilean Donan castle. The parts of it that remained are only due to the robust construction, 14 feet thick walls.
The castle was a wreck, and it remained empty for almost 200 years. Then in 1912, John Macrae Gilstrap bought it and restored it.